Big three, Avery Bradley. Big three.
Oh, you're a little ahead of me. By the way, we're live. This is a pressure cooker, minus the pressure. We got some stuff cooking. I cooked tonight, Aaron. I did some
Yeah, what'd you make?
steaks. Did some steaks and I grilled some carrots.
Okay.
Made some scallops for myself.
black and carrots are very trendy right now, very popular in the like food and blogging community.
Clearly why I cooked them.
Yeah,
You know,
clearly.
I'm very active in that community.
In that space. Yeah.
I'm very good at eating. I'm getting better at cooking.
Okay.
So I got to set up all this stuff. All right, now we are in the pressure cooker. So yeah, as we are talking right now, 132-105, Phoenix has beaten the brakes off of the Los Angeles Lakers. Aaron
Indeed they
Larsoul
are.
was kind enough to join me here. Probably going to be a quick one because they should have essentially running clocks.
Running clock. That's funny.
You know
Yeah,
what's
that's right. That's like the little league rules or the wherever you played youth basketball, right? At a certain age, once it gets over a certain
I think
a
25
certain
when I was growing
difference,
up.
right?
Mhm.
Like the team ahead is not allowed to press anymore, and we just go running clock. Let's get this shit over with.
Yeah.
Let's get this shit over with too.
Where I used to play, if we got a certain lead, we weren't allowed to defend like outside the 3-point line.
Okay, which I
And-
imagine you loved because I can't
My
imagine
excuse.
you were a lockdown defender to begin with. My guess is you were trying to get them shots up.
I was very much like I wasn't going to lock anybody up. I played the kind of defense where like, look, if you're a really good shooter, I might be in a little bit of trouble. But like really good athletes who couldn't shoot, that was my favorite kind of player to guard because I could just back way the hell off.
Oh yeah, you would have had me in trouble then. You would have had me in
Oh,
trouble.
totally. Yeah.
Anthony locking me up.
You had me by what? 4 inches.
4 inches, a lot of athleticism, and probably more talent. But
Slightly.
but
Slightly.
hey. What do we think of the Bismack Biyombo minutes here? I'm trying, man.
Well, so that was actually that was going to be my point on the lowdown tonight. This is the first game that I'm just fully apathetic to. This is the first game that I'm just like, it started, it's going to end. There's my notes.
There were basketball plays in between.
On one side.
There were basketball plays. It doesn't mean they were good ones. There were basketball plays. There were basketball happenings in the interim.
I like as soon as the Lakers got down by like 17 and Frank's response was to put Avery Bradley in and he immediately dribbles the ball off his foot, gives up a layup going the other way. That's where I was like, mentally, I'm out of here. I can't do this anymore.
I'm going to be honest. I'm glad we finally saw Dwight to start the second half.
It's so
because look, I mean, it was Ayton looked like Wilt Chamberlain in the first half.
Well, but who could have seen that coming, Aaron?
Fine, but there is one guy available on the roster that's over 6'8", or 6'9". So I'll try him. Right? He's not gonna handle Ayton or JaVale at this point. Maybe Bismack Biyombo.
Yeah.
But, give it a shot.
Here he is, Wenyen Gabriel, locking down Bismack Biyombo. Look at that defense. Going the other way.
You're doing the play-by-play here? I like this.
Base for 3.
That's not going in. You know what? There's there's nothing. Okay, so here's something actually, and I said this on Twitter after the first half. The Lakers are not winning this game, but there is always value in good habits, effort, and give a fuck. So let's see if the Lakers show any of those things.
Well,
in the second half. And look, I don't like piling on Russ, right? Because it's like low-hanging fruit, and there's plenty that isn't great. Some of it because of Russ, but that isn't his fault, or because of the Russ decision that isn't necessarily his fault. And it just like the piling on just feels gross to me, so I don't like it. But I will say this game was over when Russ took those two. I'm going to call them ill-advised.
Well, like that's
in the first half, and but the reason the game was over was not because Russ took two bad shots. The reason the game was over was because Russ took two bad shots, and that made LeBron quit.
Yeah. So all right. So a couple things there. Yeah, the Russ piling on feels gross, but he makes it really, really easy to pile on, right? Like it's not even piling on if it's just pointing out what's going on out there. And those two ill-advised shots, like he takes those two shots, or he has turnovers like in big spots every single game. So it's like, am I piling on, or am I just pointing out, hey, you can't take those two shots?
Both. Like, does anybody not know that at this point? Other than Russ, maybe.
What am all right? So like, I guess I'm just supposed to sigh. Like he takes that shot. I just
no, but part of it, yes. Part of it though. Look, but we know who Russ. We've seen this movie before, and so is LeBron, right? And it's also, I'm not sure it's a fair ask to have LeBron like, you have to fight DeAndre Ayton for 36 minutes, and we need you to score 50. That I don't think is a fair ask of LeBron. But it is a fair ask of LeBron to be in the television screen
on defense
when the Suns are on offense. Yeah. That's a fair ask. And there's 12 or 10 seconds left on the shot clock. That is a fair ask.
Yeah. No, I think it's just, you can't expect fans to care if like you clearly don't. You know, LeBron was out there. What did LeBron get tonight? Let's see what.
I don't know. He had 31 or 33 last I saw.
Yeah, and like while I was watching, I was like, oh, he's shooting for the scoring title. Like that's what he's playing for.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's not playing for
Correct.
For anything.
It's also the best. But here's the thing. It's also the best offense the Lakers have at this point.
Offense isn't the issue.
But that's what you're saying. He's playing for the scoring title. You're right. Right. And that normally could be seen as like he's just trying to get his, and it's like unsavory. That's the only offense the Lakers have at this point. I have no problem with that. He should have shot more as far as I'm concerned. What I do have a slight issue with is, and again, like this is a dude in his 19th year, and he's your age, right? Like this, he's got more miles than anybody. So like, and he's having to battle guys much bigger than him. And it's not fair to ask him to do that and carry the offense all the time. But it is fair for him to be on the television screen on defense.
Well, that's more my point here, is that like all he was out there to do was to get his and get off the court. That was it. Like it was evident by like the lack of defense. Was just like, yeah, I'm just going to go out there. I'm going to shoot 23 times, make sure I get to 30-ish points, and then call it a night. And all of the energy is going to be getting those shots up.
Especially because KD had 53 tonight and took over the, if you round to the 100th place, the 100th decimal, he took over the scoring title lead.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Like, it's just the season
there's the side. Yeah, see, there it was.
The season is just so demoralizing. Like everything that I care about when it comes to watching basketball, and everything that I care about when it comes to the Lakers, this season was just a complete bastardization of those things. It was just the complete antithesis to everything that I care about when I watch basketball.
It has not been fun. No. I have not enjoyed.
Torrey Craig needs to realize he's left-handed.
Like you're doing the Ben Simmons thing for him. He's got to switch hands.
You watch him; he throws passes with his left. Like that's the hand that he likes to dribble with his left. Why are the
Suns still shooting? Just run the clock out. Lakers, you run the clock out too. Enough of this.
Oh,
Just run it out. Enough of this.
all right. Here we go. We got one more shot and then they'll run it out. Oh, they're going 2 for 1. So DJ Augustine didn't fix the Lakers. Ooh, good pass, Wayne.
How astute of you. No, he has not been great. And by the way, after the Suns just take this shot clock violation, Lakers take a shot clock violation. Just like leave it alone.
Oh, they don't have to take a shot clock violation.
They do. There's going to be 10 seconds. The Lakers have the
No,
ball. We'll have the ball with 10
Lakers
seconds
don't
left.
have to. It'll be
No,
over.
no, they can just run it out. I'm saying, oh yes, they don't have to take it. Just dribble it out. Let's go home. Lakers, let's go home.
Lakers play tomorrow night
Mm-hmm.
at home.
Yes, you know who have the pleasure of being in the building?
They
The
play
quote-unquote
Toronto at
pleasure.
home. They
Yeah, the
need to win
quote-unquote-
tomorrow. Like they need to win.
I mean, yes.
You got your wish. No
mean-
shot from the Lakers.
Well, keep looking.
Oh no! Oh, they didn't count.
I think it's after the buzzer, though.
They didn't count it.
I wasn't really paying attention, and I looked over and I saw Hunter go in. Let's go home. Can we get on the plane, please? Let's go home.
Yeah.
The guys, and let me. You know what? Okay, so this is actually will be sort of interesting. The way this works is. Thank God this is recorded.
Oh my god.
The way this.
Can you like so many people were just like, no!
Our friends, it's the old like the Brent Musburger, right? Our friends in the desert.
So many people were just like, no! Oh, thank God it was after the buzzer.
What are you doing? Just run out the clock.
DJ Augustine, no!
I think it was Bays actually. So the way that this works now is actually Phoenix isn't that far from the airport, but so the way that this works now is all the guys will have you leave the hotel, you bring your stuff with you from the hotel, you put your bags on the truck, or they put the bags on the truck for you. You get on the bus, you go to the arena, whichever bus you're on. Now the guys are going to have to shower, do post game, and all of the non-players are going to do whatever their responsibilities, right? True has different responsibilities than Ireland, who has different responsibilities than Koger or me when I used to do it or whatever. And so the first bus will get to the plane and everybody will like eat a little something, have some snacks, whatever is on the plane. In my case, probably start drinking because I have to unwind from this garbage.
Yeah.
And it's just now I have to wait, and the post game will probably be longer than normal because LeBron's gonna have to have some stuff to say, but also because it was kind of a milestone game for him. There will be a few extra questions. He's not gonna like it, but he's gonna have to do it. And
Do you think Russ is going to congratulate him on his accomplishment?
you know what I do think? I do think this Hennessy is delicious.
Dude,
But it may-
some
and so
of the
the
most
funny thing is-
bizarre quotes I have ever seen after a win in which a
You're talking
teammate
about
scores
Russ saying
50.
like, right? Yeah, sometimes you get on a hot streak, and if you get on a hot streak,
Russ!
it's hot. Like, okay, yeah, I don't.
Russ!
When somebody gets on a hot streak, they're tough to stop. All right, man.
Yeah.
Uh,
And he said it like his dog just died.
he did not seem pleased.
Hey, what do you think about LeBron James at year 19 scoring that many points? That's got to be incredible. Yeah. He
did
went
not
full
seem-
Larry David. He was enough,
but then
LeBron. Enough.
Now we need the I need you with those quotes with the Larry David. What's the like? I don't know his show, but that music, the like sad like trombone music.
bump.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So those of us that do not have to go take a shower and then answer questions will be on the plane because they will leave us. They ain't gonna leave. They're not gonna leave none of the players. But if you
Yeah.
ain't on the plane before the players are on the plane, you will get left somewhere. So
Who do you think hates their family more?
Oh God.
Russ hating his Lakers family or Tom Brady hating his actual family?
Well, Tom did not seem eager to.
Fatherhood sucks. I'm out.
You tell me, brother. I don't. Yeah, it seemed like Tom seemed like he would rather get chased around a football field by Aaron Donald and get smushed by 350-pound men than like pack lunches for
Wait,
his kids.
you want me to cut the crust off your sandwich? That's it.
No, this
I'm
is
going
bullshit. This is bullshit. So we may be sitting on the plane for like an hour before the players get there, maybe even longer.
Yeah.
And then once
So
everybody
nice and
gets
buzzed.
on, yeah.
Yeah.
So they don't have booze on the plane. You have to bring it. And Michael will not be drinking red wine with me because we don't drink his red wine after a loss. It's just me, whatever I've smuggled on.
Man, he has so much well-aged red wine this year.
He actually sometimes he brings it on the trip. Actually, because this was just a one game trip, he probably had it at home and brought it.
Yeah.
But when it's a longer trip, he'll get it along the way. So you can't cork it. It doesn't turn into vinegar with this season. And then, so like maybe like 90 minutes from now, so let's call it 10 o'clock our time, Billy Mack will start yelling, "Let's go!" And then
let's go to Jack in the Box.
So we'll take off maybe 10:15, get back here at close to midnight, and then have to take all the bags off, call it 12:15 in the morning, and then depending on where people live. For me, I'm like 23 minutes when there's zero traffic. I'm 23 minutes from the airport or from the terminal, where we fly in. So you're not getting back till 1 o'clock in the morning ish. Yeah. And then you're not getting to sleep until whenever. So that's kind of that is why back-to-backs can be really challenging, especially if they're in two different cities. Yes.
That's a short, that's Phoenix is a short flight. Like you're talking about like an hour or so flight, but like, some of those back-to-back trips, you're talking about multi-thousands of miles that you have to go.
I believe the worst one in the league is probably Portland to Denver. Because it's fairly long. The flight is a couple hours. And altitude. And the time zone.
And altitude.
And the Denver airport is like 45 minutes to an hour from downtown.
Yeah.
So if you're like in Portland, God forbid you have a national televised game where you're doing a pressure cooker. That's a 7:30 game, which means it starts at 7:47.
Yeah.
And doesn't finish until 10:30, 15 or 10:30. Yeah. You're not getting to the airport until midnight. You're not leaving till 12:30 or 1. Now that's an hour ahead in Denver. So now it's 2 o'clock in the morning and you arrive now at like 3:30, 3:45. And then it's 45 minutes to the hotel. The Portland to Denver is the worst back-to-back in the league.
Well, I have some good news for you.
Please.
Avery just went to sleep.
That is good news. We like that.
Man.
We like that. I was rooting for you.
Yeah.
Almost as much as I was rooting for the Lakers to dribble out that last possession.
You want to know why Tom Brady is playing football again?
Because he has to put your daughter to bed?
Because bedtime sucks.
I have a niece and a nephew, 6 and 3. Actually, almost 7 and almost 4, but 6 and 3. It's hard enough just to get these little motherfuckers to wash their hands once.
Dude.
God forbid go to bed or eat something or
yeah. Well, yeah, she got my insomnia. So she knows that she's tired. She knows she's got to go to bed. And she's just like, nah. I just heard her knocking on the door, but right as I was going live, I heard her knocking on the door. Avery, get your ass back in bed.
Have you ever considered, before we go, have you ever considered the juxtaposition of, so I don't smoke weed, but this is going to sound like a high weed thought. but I don't mess with it, so it's not. Have you ever considered like the juxtaposition of all the stuff you hate most when you're a kid is the stuff you love most as an adult?
Nap time. Oh,
Right. Like you can't get them to go to sleep. They don't like, well, they aren't at all interested in in a love life, whether that, I was going to say the opposite sex, but
yeah.
the opposite sex,
Love
same
life.
sex, whatever your love life is, or food, right? It's impossible to get them to eat. My favorite shit is girls
All of those.
sleeping and eating. That's my favorite shit. I want to tell my niece and
Sometimes
nephew,
all at
like,
the same time.
I'm going to tell my niece and nephew, like, you better get this stuff in now. You're going to love this stuff
Yeah.
pretty soon. You better get this in now.
Yeah. No, it's they don't understand it. They don't understand it at all. But all right.
Wait, no. One more thing. Sorry.
Oh, her
Can we
eyes
give
are
a shout
open. Oh God.
Oh.
Go roll over. Play
She's
dead,
not a
Avery.
dog. Yeah, what? She's not a dog or a possum.
Avery.
I guess we should, because I'm looking over at the whatever the post. I think it's Sports Center on ESPN after the game, and they're showing all the bracket stuff. So, do you want to give a little shout out to your boys? Please, ending
Tusks up.
Yeah,
Tusks
please?
up.
Please, and how great would that be if
God.
you get to end Coach K's career?
I'm putting money on the money line on that one.
Don't do that.
I'm doing it.
Don't do that.
I'm doing it.
Okay.
Why would I not do
What
it?
is it? Are there lines released?
Oh, it's
yet?
got to be like 13.
No, you guys have to be like plus 1,500.
Yeah, it's like 13 or 1,500. It's got to be insane. But if Cal State Fullerton beats Duke, there might be reports of a fat Mexican podcast host streaking through the streets of Las Vegas.
Oh, yeah.
I would not handle that very well.
But if
I would have to delete
How about
Twitter
this?
from my
If
phone because I would
Fullerton-
get reckless.
no, as you should. If Fullerton beats Duke, I will buy Harrison a first class ticket to Vegas,
Yeah.
just so he can go streaking with you.
He'd probably like pull his groin.
It like the thought. Well, I was about to say the thought of something, and then I like sort of visualized it, and then I got disgusted. But the thought of you streaking in the Bellagio fountain, just splashing,
I'll do it.
splashing around because
Dude.
Fullerton ended. Hey man, it's worth
You
it. For
think
me.
I'm kidding?
If Fullerton of all places ends Coach K's career, I'm with it.
They have those fountains, right? The fountains in the big show that is
Bellagio,
famous.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's
yeah,
the Bellagio. Yeah, those. Yeah, I will be out there using one as a bidet.
Just desecrated. Oh wait, the three of us are doing a show tomorrow, right? Yes, we are.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I have to. All right, I will present this option. There's no way Harrison is going to hear this unless somebody snitches on Twitter. It'll probably be his
No,
brother.
it's
that
going
will
to
snitch.
stay up on YouTube, so
God.
somebody will say something to him.
I will present this to him. If Fullerton beats, is it Thursday or Friday?
I think it's Friday.
Okay. If Fullerton beats, and how long are you staying there?
Thursday through Sunday.
Okay. So if Fullerton beats Duke, I will buy Harrison a first class ticket so he can go streaking with you and then watch whoever the second round, Fullerton, whoever in the second round is on Sunday.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, if they do this, they're not. But if they do
Of
this,
course not.
honestly, this probably isn't going to be very popular on this platform. But honestly, if the sacrifice of this season was all for Cal State Fullerton to beat Duke in Coach Gay's last game, I make that trade.
I'm staying out of it, but I will certainly, even though because of how gas prices are, even though it will cost me $2,000 to get Harrison a first class ticket from LA to Vegas. When it
No,
should
get
be
your
like-
own first class ticket to Vegas regardless.
I mean,
We'll record the hook live on Friday.
there aren't any Lakers home games after Monday for a while.
Just,
There aren't
I'm
any.
just saying.
You're there with your family though, if I'm
No.
not mistaken. Oh,
Mm-mm.
you're going with your boys?
Yep, guys trip.
Oh,
All right, we do got to get out of here. I have to record the lowdown. I don't even know what I'm going to say on the lowdown. We'll see. Tune in to the lowdown to find out what I'm going to say about this game that I could not care less about. Tune in to the Can You Dig It guys to recap this game. They're going to recap Winning Time, is my guess. That would be better.
yeah, I got to go watch that. Yeah.
That'd be a better use of their time. Maybe we should. We'll start pressure cookering Winning Time.
Okay.
We'll tell people, all right, we're turning it on right now. We're turning it on in 15 minutes, and we'll all watch Winning Time together.
Wait, what was it? Oh God, what was it? I did a at UCLA. I took a like music theory or music something club, musicology, I think it was, and it was like it was like the class was like racially motivated or / insensitive, which is another interesting story because it was like part of the test would be like, oh, I'm gonna play 30 seconds of this song and who's the composer or who's the producer, well, who's the artist, what's the name of the song.
Yeah.
And all the songs were like all the shit the white kids would already know. That I had no, I'd be like, I never heard this shit in my life. What are you talking about? And I didn't study this.
Anyway, a lot of
Anyway,
Beach Boys.
So but there was a the professor played a thing where it was like, I don't know, it was some band, some like rock or light rock or something, white band that if you started an album at the same time as like the lion roar of Wizard of Oz, it like provided a soundtrack for it.
Huh.
So now you got me thinking of that. Like we are all going to start Winning Time right. 3, 2, 1 and start.
And we'll all watch. Yeah, maybe that's what we'll do. There'll be more pressure in Winning Time than there will be the rest of the season.
Think Jerry West is going to throw anything this episode?
Hope so. I hope that's every episode is him throwing stuff. I hope he winds up throwing Dr. Bus. Like just
Okay, so it's I don't know who this is, but it's Dark Side of the Moon. Dark Side of the Moon. Dark Side of the Moon.
Dark Side of the Moon
is the album
Uh-huh.
that like goes along with Wizard of Oz. And if you start them at a certain, I think if you start the album at the same time the lion roars.
Oh, for the MGM lion. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, then it provides like a soundtrack for the movie.
Gotcha.
Or not a soundtrack, but like a backing track or like a dialogue track or whatever it is for the movie.
All right.
Pink Floyd, as I'm being told.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's the one with the. Yeah, I know.
I don't know. I don't
All
know,
right,
man.
We're gonna get out of here. Thank you guys for tuning in. Aaron, thank you for hopping on. We will talk to you guys in an hour or so.